Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. MattCam89 here, and we have a GameStop video that we're going to be doing. Recently, they had some really good deals. In fact, I think pricing wise, they still have some really good deals going on. So if you're watching this as of July 7th, I would encourage you to go on their site and check out what they have available for retro games, because I've been finding they have a really good selection at a really good price. And I'm going to show you in this video some comparisons, obviously what I paid and things of that nature. So I don't have a lot of disposable income. However, my work, I just celebrated my 10th year anniversary, and they gave me a bunch of points that I could spend these points on. So you go on this website and you can, either pick out product. What I found was if you use the points to get gift cards, you got actually I ended up getting $50 more than if I had just bought product from the store that from their actual website. So I ended up purchasing gift cards through the website, and they had GameStop. It was either going to be between GameStop and Best Buy. I went with GameStop, and I'm glad I did, because I ended up checking out their retro game section, and to my surprise, they were having a really great sale. And then a few days later, they were doing a buy two get one free deal on all pre-owned, including retro games. So unfortunately, I had already put in most of this order that you see on the side of me here during the initial sale. And one of the orders, I ended up getting a buy two get one free. So if I had just been a day later, I would have been able to get all these as part of the buy two get one free. But I missed out on that. But I still got amazing deals. I was actually kind of shocked at some of the pricing that GameStop has for these retro games. Now, the caveat being is, one, you see a lot of packages here. Most of this was one order, but it comes from from different parts of the country. So they all got shipped in different. So even though I got a lot of these packages last week, I wanted to wait for all of my games to come in to actually do this video. The one caveat I will say with GameStop, now if you've been watching my videos, I've been buying a lot of games from Lukey Games. And the thing with them is you can buy games loose, or you can buy games complete in box and pay a little bit more. Now with GameStop, you are a bit of a Russian roulette here, in the sense that you don't know what you're going to be getting. You could be getting complete in box, you can be getting non-complete in box, you can be getting just a loose disc. So we are going to go through all of these packages and see what it is that I got. I'm going to be honest with you, even if it's not as complete in box as I'm hoping for it to be, based on what I paid and based on what a lot of these games are worth, I'm still going to be pretty happy, I think, anyways, because these are games that not necessarily that I just want to have in my collection, but these are games that I want to play and will eventually play, and I'll get enjoyment. I'll get my value out of them either way. So without further ado, this video is going to be a little bit different in the sense is I kind of want to show you some things that's going to be, price wise and things like that, what I paid and things of that nature. So let's get into it. We will start with this box here. That way I can get some of this stuff out of here. And the first game that I got is a PlayStation 3 title. And this looks to not be in the original case. It looks like they may have taken a Blu-ray case. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't recall PlayStation ever having these types of cases. And the first game is X-Men Destiny. Now, I know this is not a very popular game, but it's been kind of on my wish list to kind of have, because I do want to check it out. Now, it doesn't look complete in box. Obviously, the case is wrong, and it is just the disc. So there is no manual, but we'll go ahead and pop this in, take a look at the disc itself, see what condition that's in. It looks like it may have been resurfaced. There is some white stuff on the edges, and There is a little bit of specs on the disc itself, but it looks like it should play no problem. So in that regards, not a bad thing. And I'm gonna pull up and see what I paid for. Or there might actually be a receipt to make it a little bit easier in here. Sometimes they include like an invoice sheet, and that will be easier for me. Yes, there we go. All right. So for X-Men Destiny, I ended up paying $9.49. So let's just scoot on over here and see what Lukey Games has it for. And we can see if I got a good deal or not, according to Lukey Games. And we're also going to check price charting as well. So you can see here, Lukey Games has it for $27.97. And let's see if that is the complete in box. So that is the game in case for $27.97, where I got it at GameStop for $9.49. Let's go over to price charting and see how accurate that price is, even though this isn't very accurate itself. And the PS3 version looks like it is going loose $10 and CIB $12. So I think I still got a pretty good deal. I think Lukey Games is a little bit, obviously, quite a bit on the high end according to price charting. So I don't know what the reason is for that. I usually find their pricing to be pretty good. And after we go through all these games, we'll kind of look. You can look at here. Look at this, Mario Party 4, available right now for $42. Now I know for some people that seems like a high price, but for a Mario Party game, look, Lukey Games has it for $69. And that's game only. The complete in box is $77. And let's see what price charting is. So, yeah, is it a bit of a roulette type deal going through GameStop? But at that price variation, it's not too bad. So, loose is 48 and the CIB price, according to price charting, is $61. So, not a bad deal. And obviously, the sale looks like it ended. They're no longer doing the buy two get one free. But I mean, if you pick this up as part of that buy two get one free, that's a steal. All right, so let's continue on to our next game. And this video format is probably going to be a little bit on the longer side just because I'm trying to do a lot here. All right. So the next game, I was really excited for this one. And this is Castlevania and Lament of Innocence for the PlayStation 2. Try to get that glare out of there. Now the case is a little bit beat up. And it looks like it is not complete in box, which is unfortunate. We'll see what the condition of the disc is. And this is another game that I only paid $9.49 for. I was for certain that this game went for more than that. And the disc does look like it was resurfaced, but not in bad shape at all. Looks like that'll play no problem. A little bit disappointing. The case is a little cracked here, so it doesn't close fully. But $9.49. Let's see if we got a good deal on this. All right. So let's see what Lukey Games has it for. And Lukey Games has it for $28.97, and that is game only. The complete in box is $32. See what price charting has it for. And it looks like the loose price for the PS2 is about $15, and the CIB price is $19.20. So I think for $9.49, even in the condition that it's in, I think I got a great deal from GameStop. All right, moving over to the next game here. Let me see if I can kind of finagle these screens a little bit. I think I'm going to keep it like that. I'll just read off the pricing, the ones that you can't see. All right, the next game in the purchase is Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and this is for the OG Xbox. Now, this is the Xbox Collection version. Now, if you know what the difference is, because I think they released a normal version, you can let me know what the difference is. I couldn't find anything, if there is any. Um, and it doesn't look like that it is complete in box, just comes with the disc and the case there. So far, no manuals in any of the games that I got. Again, am I upset about it? No, disc is in very good condition. Looks very clean. I don't even see any. Looks like it may have been resurfaced, but that should play no problem. And that is Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and I paid. Let me see. This one was $7.59. So let's see what Lukey Games has it as. You see here, this one here is a different version, so I don't know if the one that I got is worth less or more. But this one here, game only $14.97 and complete in box is $16.97. Let's see what price charting has it at. So again, I can't find that version that I have. But the one that I do see loose is $7.71, and then the CIB price is $11.20. So I got it for $7.59, missing the manual, but it does have the obviously the disc and the case. I think so far it's still a win for me, price wise. All right, the next game is a PlayStation 2 title, and this is The Simpsons Hit and Run. And might have the manual. Feels a little bit on the heavier side, but that could just be me. And the case itself seems to be in great condition. And unfortunately, it is missing the manual. So I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to find some of the manuals cheap. Obviously, I don't want to pay too much because then it kind of ruins the deal of the game itself. And we'll see the condition of the game. Does look like it may have been resurfaced. But I don't see anything on here that would suggest that it wouldn't play. Although it being GameStop, I am going to, after this video, make sure these games do work. Because I did have an issue, not with any other type of games, specifically Wii U games, did not work. And they looked immaculate, and they would not work. So I had a lot of issues. In that video, I made a pretty big order too, and most of the games did not work, which was unfortunate. So getting back to the Simpsons Hit and Run, I paid $21.84 for the Simpsons Hit and Run. So let's see what Lukey Games has it for. So Lukey Games has the PlayStation 2 version for $67.97. And that is complete in box, according to them. Let's see what price charting has. It looks like the GameCube version is 112. All right. And this seems to be... All right, so loose, this is going for 34.99, and CIB is going for 48.23. So I think I got a great deal on this, even though it's missing the manual. $21.84. And that was their regular sale price. It wasn't even the buy two get one free deal. So that is great. The case is in great condition. I have never played this game and I've heard nothing but great things about it. So very excited to have this in the collection. Simpsons Hit and Run. What do you think of that one? I think so far that's been the uh, best deal, but we'll see. I know I got some other heavy hitters in here as well. All right. The next game is another PlayStation 2 title, and this is Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. I tried to do a little bit more research. This seems to be a completely different game, so that's why I ended up getting Vice City for the OG Xbox, and then I picked this one up as well because I believe they're different games, different stories at least. This does feel a little bit on the lighter side, and it is disc only. We'll see how that is. And the disc is in okay shape. It looks like it was resurfaced. Looks like it should play no problem. I don't see anything crazy, but it does look like it needs a wipe down. I don't know if that's going to show up on the camera. Probably not, because my camera's not the best. But it does need a wipe down. I don't know if it looks like kind of like a film or residue, maybe from the machine that they used. The top of the disc is actually kind of nasty. This is going to need some good cleaning here. That's probably not going to show up, but there's some kind of nastiness on here. So yeah, I'm going to put this one aside because that's going to need some cleaning, definitely. But I did get that one for $26.59. So let's see what they're going for. On Lucky Games and price charting. So according to price charting, that's the double pack. Let's see if I can find the one that I have. So according to price charting, loose disc is going for $45 and CIB is going for 63. Let's see what Lucky Games has it for. And you can see here they have it for $75.97. And that is game only. And I got it through Gamestop. Yeah, it's got a little bit of man juice on there, but with a little bit of elbow grease at $26.59, as long as it plays, that's a steal. So far, we've got some really great deals. As long as you're willing to take a little bit of a risk here, we got some great deals. All right, looks like there's one more game. This is also another heavy hitter, in my opinion. Oh, there are two more games in here. All right, let's do the bag first. So this game has been a wish list item for me for a while. Very excited to have this game. It's a fun single player, but also extremely fun co-op game for the N64, and that is the man, the legend, the myth, Duke Nukem for the N64. Now they do have another Duke Nukem on the system, but this is the one that I like. Looks to be in really great condition. Have not put it in yet. So, to be honest, every N64 game that I've ever ordered from GameStop has worked. So I don't have any confidence issues that this works. The label is in great condition. The back label is in great condition. So very confident that this is going to work. Looks pretty clean for an N64 title. And for this game, I paid $26.59 as well. Now I say paid. Now keep in mind, this was all paid for by my work for my 10-year anniversary. So that's why I was able to make this big purchase. So $26.59 is what I paid. Let's see what Lukey Games has it for. All right, and they have it for $48.47, and that's probably loose. So it's actually on a waiting list. But that is their price, and typically with N64 games with them, that's the loose price. Let's see what price charging has it for. So they have a loose price of $22.49. So according to price charting, it looks like I didn't get a deal on this, and the CIB is 61.54. So I guess it really depends on where you're buying it from. So I thought I got a great deal, but apparently not. This probably would have been a really good deal had I gotten it for um, the buy two get one free. It would have been a good during that sale, but unfortunately this order wasn't a part of that. So far I think I've done pretty well. Obviously Duke Nukem 64 may not be. I mean, we can check eBay real quick just to make sure, but I think that's where price charting is really pulling from. We can kind of see what they're going for. So yeah, about that 22.98. So it looks like on Duke Nukem, unfortunately, I missed the mark by a couple dollars. But considering everything else so far, I think I'm still doing pretty well. Probably should have researched that beforehand. But this next game, I know for sure, I got a good deal on. And the fact that it's not loose disc is even better. Let's get this out of the way. All right. So the next game is a PlayStation 2 title. And this is Jurassic Park Operation Genesis for the PlayStation 2. Now, they also had it for the original Xbox, but I decided to go with the PS2 version. Um, it does not look like it's complete in box, which is unfortunate. But I am at least happy that it at least came with the uh, original case, it looks like. The disc looks to be in great condition. There is one scratch on the side here that's a little bit concerning. So I'm definitely gonna have to throw this in right after this video just to make sure, because this isn't a game that's typically too easy to get, especially at the price. But hopefully that plays no problem. And I ended up paying $23 for this game. And let's see what Lukey Games has it for. Now, this is a good reminder to show you that when you're shopping for games, you should look around. Look at eBay, look at Gamestop, look at Lukey Games, any other stores that you can think of, DK Oldies, whatever. I've never actually ordered from them, so I can't speak to their quality other than what you've already seen online. And game only on Lukey Games is going for $62.97. Complete in box, $69. See what price charting has. All right. So for the PlayStation 2 version, they're saying loose disc is $26 and the CIB is 35. I could have sworn it would be higher than that. Maybe the pricing on this game has come down, but I remember it being higher. And in fact, the Xbox version is showing as the higher priced ones at $44 loose and $65 CIB. So maybe I should have got the Xbox version instead. But I think at $23.75, I still got a good deal on Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. That is still below the CIB price and even below the loose disc price as well. So that one I will count as a win. All right, so let's get right into the next package here. All right, there are two games in here. And the first game is a GameCube game. And very glad to get the actual case and artwork, it looks like. This looks to be an original case. And that is Star Fox Assault. Love the artwork here. And this came in at $28. And unfortunately, it is not complete in box, but the disc is in good shape. Put that there. So it is missing the manual at $28. Let's see if I got a good deal or not. And let's do price charting. I want to say Luca Games didn't even have it. Or is this another case in which I overpaid? So let's see. It's close. So the loose disc is 29.99, and then the CIB is 38.39. So considering this is missing the manual, I'd say it's about right there. A little bit of a savings. I still, saved a couple bucks, I think. Obviously, if I was to buy the manual, it would probably put me at around that CIB price. This would have been a really good deal, especially if I had caught it for the buy two get one free. But the deal that I did get the buy two get one free, I think I did get a very good deal. Still very happy with this, especially in the fact that it's got the original artwork in case. The manual I can live without. $28, and like I said, I think when I checked Luki Games, it wasn't even on the website. So they have Star Fox Adventures, but they don't have Star Fox Assault. All right, the next game is a heavy hitter, and I've seen this game out in the wild for a really good price. I mean, a really high price. This is a PlayStation 2 title, a game that's been on my wish list for a while. It does feel heavy, so that is, I think, good news. I think finally we're going to get a real CIB. This is a game that I paid $28 for, and that is Half-Life for the PlayStation 2. Fantastic game. The only way that I played this game before is I had the bootleg copy. Again, it does, and I really enjoyed it. And there's also a co-op campaign on there that is exclusive to the PlayStation. Obviously, the disc is right here. But look at this glorious manual. Finally, we finally have our first complete in box from Gamestop. Let's see what the disc looks like. Hopefully, it looks good, especially at this price, and it does. It actually looks really good, and better than the Jurassic Park one, which I have to make sure that works. Very, very happy with this. Let's check out what the pricing is. Let's take a look here. $82 on Luki Games. Now it is on a waiting list. So I don't know if that is their CIB price or if it is their loose disc. If I had to imagine, it would probably their CIB price. And according to price charting, this game loose is $40 and the CIB is $51. The game store that's local to me, they had it for $70, which was a little bit on the higher end for me. So glad I got this for $28, complete in box. This is a win. I think besides the Simpsons Hit and Run, this is probably the best deal that I've gotten, especially it being complete in box. Now, again, you can get the same exact game that I got, the same exact price, but it being GameStop, you just never know. You can get a loose disc variant. So let's go off to our next package here. Let's see what we got here. And unfortunately, I don't want to kind of give away what the games are, but I want to see what the pricing is for these. All right, so the first game is not in the actual original casing, but this is Bloodstone for the PlayStation 3. Now, the PS3 is my favorite console, so of course I had to get this, and it is not complete in box. But I did get it for $14.49 here. A little disappointing. The PS3 is really the system that I'm collecting most for, and I kind of really want that to be the system that I'd like to have less loose discs for. I'd like them to be more complete. This disc is definitely going to need a cleaning. It just looks dirty, fingerprint smudges. I don't see anything on here that would suggest it would not play. But $14.49 for Bloodstone for the PS3. Let's see what Lukey Games has it for. And they're selling theirs for $30. Game only. So let's see what price charting has. And we're looking at $13.99 loose and $15.73 complete in box. I don't know why there's such a um huge discrepancy in pricing between price charting and Luca Games. But that seems like according to price charting, I spent, it really wasn't that much of a deal there. So, if I was just looking at Luca Games, I would think that I would was getting a deal. But according to price charting, now keep in mind this doesn't probably factor in shipping or anything like that. It looks like I did okay on that. Not really a great deal on that one there. The next game is Heavenly Sword, and also not in the original case, which is very disappointing. Paid $5.69 for this one. Is also missing the manual. And let's see what the disc is looking like here. I can't say that I've ever had any issues really with PS3 games from GameStop, anyways. I have had issues with my mystery boxes and eBay. For some reason, a lot of Call of Duty games, they look fantastic, but they won't play. Heavenly Sword. Let's see what that's going for. $5.69 that I paid versus Luki Games. And they're selling theirs for $23.97. And that's game only. Complete is $26. So loose is 957 and 1426 on price starting. So it looks like I got a really good deal on Heavenly Sword. Um, so only a couple so far where I feel like I didn't really get a deal, but the vast majority and the ones that I got really good deals on, I feel like it makes up for the ones that I didn't really get a good deal. This one I was really hoping also for the the complete in box, but looks like I didn't get it, and that is Grand Theft Auto 4 the complete edition. So this comes with all the expansion packs and everything on the disc as well. I'm trying to get away from games that rely on the stores and downloads and things like that. So it's always great to find it more on PS3 games because of the Blu-ray media where they put all the expansions when they came out with a Game of the Year edition or complete edition. All the DLC is on the disc. This actually looks to be in fantastic condition. A little bit of fingerprints, but other than that, awesome condition. Again, not complete in box. I paid. Let me make sure that price is right. It's saying $18.99, and according to my thing here is 1949, but on the box here it says 18.99. So let's see what this one is going for. Now you do have to make sure that you put in the right one because there is a regular version, and then there's also the complete edition, which is the one I got. And according to Lukey Games, this one's going for $45.97. That's with the gaming case, so that's complete in box. And let's see what price charting is saying. Make sure we find the complete edition. We'll filter by console, make it a little bit easier here because they have PAL versions. They have all kinds of different versions here. So according to this, loose disc is 21.49 and CIB is 24.99. So definitely not the $45 that it's claiming on Lukey Games, but I still think I got a pretty good deal. Saved a couple bucks. Um, Not crazy, right? Because you think about this. Now, had this been the actual box and box art, this probably would have been a better deal. But the fact that it's pretty much, in my eyes, it's I consider it loose. Um, at $19 or a couple dollars more, I could have got it complete in box with the artwork, everything. So I'm gonna rate that one as not a very good deal. This one hopefully is a better deal. I paid $7.59 for, and that is Max Payne 3. Also, another game that I'm really disappointed did not come with the actual box. And it feels very light, so there is no manual. I know for a fact that there is a manual for this game because I know I owned it at one point. The disc itself looks to be in great condition. A little bit of fingerprints on there. I felt like if they just kind of wiped these down with a rag or something, they'd probably be pretty clean, but they didn't. $7.59 from Max Payne. Let's see if I got a good deal on this one. And loose is $9.97 and $11.94. According to Price Shot and Complete in Box. See what Lucky Games has it for. And they are selling theirs for $17.44. So at $7.59, I still beat out Price Charting's loose disc. So a little bit of a deal there, a couple bucks. Not bad, not terrible. Again, I think a lot of these would have been more of a steal had they been actually complete in box and things of that nature. This one here is a game all on its own. This is the thing with making massive orders of retro games through GameStop, is again they come from all over the place. So this one ended up coming by itself. Again, I got this one for $9.49. It's a PS3 title, not in the original case, which is very disappointing. But this is MotorStorm Apocalypse for the PlayStation 3. Disc is in good condition. And I do know it works because I actually pulled this game out the other day and played it. I'm a big fan of the MotorStorm Apocalypse and the Pacific one that they have, and even the original one's pretty fun too. Let's see if I got a good deal or not. Looks like this one is going for $25.97 on Lukey Games. That's complete in box. It's going for $13.94 loose and $15.99 CIB. So I still beat out the loose price according to price charting. Again, Lukey Games is kind of out there on their pricing. According to this, you can get better deals on eBay. All right, so this next game is a PlayStation 3 title, and I paid $4.49 for, and this is Splinter Cell Blacklist. Very disappointing again that it doesn't have the original case and artwork. Also does not have the manual. It looks like the disc just came in the case itself, not even in a sleeve. The disc is in very good shape. There is one little scratch up here that is a little bit concerning, so I'm going to put that aside to make sure that that works. But at $4.49, if that works, I think probably a good deal. Let's check it out here. See what good old Lukey Games has it for. So they have it for $7.97. And if I wanted to get it completed box is $8.97. So about half the price, but let's see what price charting has for it. This may be one of those games where had it been complete in box, a steal, and basically that is loose disc at $4. it's probably not going to be that great of a deal here. So that's kind of the thing with GameStop. You just never know what you're going to get. But according to price charting, loose is $8 and CIB is $9. So, I still got it for half the price. So I can't say that it's not a deal because it's still half the price of what price charting is saying according to loose disc. The next game is also a PlayStation 3 title, and this is Alpha Protocol. Again, disappointing that it's a generic case and not complete in box with the manual. I do know that this game also has a manual as well. Let's see, the disc itself is in great condition. One minor scratch there, so that might be a little bit of a concern. We'll see. I'll put that one aside as well. And let's see what I paid for that one. I don't think it was that much. So that one is $6.49 is what I paid for that. And let's take a look here. I mean, for sure, all of these games have beat Luki games as far as pricing goes. Alpha Protocol, they're selling it at $26.97. It's on a waiting list, so I'm assuming that is complete in box. Let's see. And according to price charting, this game loose is $10 and $13 CIB. So again, for $6, it's a pretty good deal. Really wish it came with at least the box art and original case, but still a win in my book. All right, the next one looks to be in the original case. It's in the glorious red PS3 case. It does feel a little bit heavy, so a little bit more hopeful of the PS3 game, and that is Army of Two. I own it for the Xbox 360, but I did want it also for the PS3. This is a fantastic co-op shooter. You can play with a buddy. A lot of fun. And it is complete in box. And case, manual, and the disc look to be in great condition. Not even a smudge on this one, which is fantastic. So, yeah. Army of Two. Let me see what I paid for that one. We're getting to the end. I have one more box, and the last box is the one that's the buy two, get one free. So that one there is probably going to be a pretty good deal. Army of Two, I paid $4.49 for that to be complete in box. Let's see. And $10 on Lukey Games, and that is their loose price. So their complete in box is $12.47. I paid what, $4? So let's see what price charting has it at. And loose is $6.50 and $8.94. So I got a deal. GameStop pulled through on that one at least. All right, so the last box, like I said, is the buy two get one free. And I do have some good games in here. All right, so let's pull out this one. Yeah, actually, I believe there is a receipt, so let's pull that out first. All right, so let's see. Now, keep in mind that one of these is free, and it's going to be typically what they do is a lower price item. So I'll let you know which one was free. All right, so this one here, it is not in the original case, which is disappointing because I think the box art for this game is fantastic. And this is Mario Kart Double Dash, which is very disappointing. It doesn't have the manual or the disc. However, when you find out what I paid for it, that may change your mind. The disc is there. The front of the disc is I see a lot of scratching on the front, but as long as the back is okay, the back actually looks really good. So whatever a little bit of minor scratches is all on the top here. But the back looks surprisingly good. Like it doesn't even look like it's gone through a resurfacer or anything, which is very surprising. Very good. This game I paid $37.99, and I know this game goes for a lot more than that. Let me see what Lukey Games and Price Charting has that for, because I think even loose it definitely goes for more than that. This would have been amazing, man. If you order this game, because I know that there's still copies available, and you get a complete in box, make sure you post that, because at that price, that's a steal for a complete in box. Uh, Mario Kart Double Dash. This is my favorite Mario Kart game, so I'm so excited to have this. Why Nintendo has not remade or remastered this game? So Lukey Games has this for $89.97 game only. Complete in box is $100. Now I know that's inflated, but I also know this game is not cheap either. And it's a game that's rising in price because there's no other way. So loose disc, according to price chartings, is $58.40 and $70 CIB. And I paid $37 for it. So that is a win, even in the case that it's in. Mario Kart Double Dash for $37. Disc itself is in great condition. That's really what matters. That's gonna play. Awesome deal. All right, the next game is a GameCube game as well, and this is a game that's been on my wish list for quite a while. Very glad I picked this up. This is actually the game that I got for free, so you know what? I'm gonna save this one for last. The next one is an OG Xbox title, and very disappointed again that it does not have the original box, because the artwork on that is also amazing. And this is Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. This is an awesome, I guess I would say, beat 'em up style Mortal Kombat game that is 2 players. Very excited to have this. I paid $24 for this game. And this is another game that's up there in price, and is, I think, a game that's going to continue to go up in price. So let's see what Lukey Games has it for. So they have the Xbox version at $40, the PS2 version at $53, and that's game only for the $40 price tag. $45, $46 for the complete in box. Let's see what price charting has it for. And they have it loose for 25 and CIB for 34. So I think it just squeaked out. But the fact that I got a free game, I think that's what really makes this deal very good. Mario Kart on its own at that price point for the 38 was very good. Shaolin Monks, I beat it by $1. It looks like for loose, because I consider this loose. Now you could order this, you can get this complete in box, and then I think it's very worth the price. But I just squeaked it out by $1. But the fact that it's buy two get one free, it kind of evens everything out. So the next game I paid $23 for. However, it's free, so technically paid $0 for it. But the free game is Star Fox Adventures. Typically goes for $23 on GameStop's website. It does feel light, so is not complete in box. You know, I really wish. I think I only got what, 2, 3 games that came with a manual, which is a little disappointing. But the disc itself, there's a little, no, there's a little bit of a crack on the middle section of the disc here. So, and it's got it looks like somebody ate their lunch kind of on here. I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera. It does look like it went through a resurfacer as well. So that's gonna be disappointing if this doesn't work. You can see somebody's lunch on there. I am gonna clean this up and put it in the pile to make sure that this works. If it works, it's a fantastic deal because it's free, and it has the actual, box art. What did I say? I pay. Well, I didn't pay anything. Keep wanting to say 23. 23 is what it costs. But I got it for free. Let's see. Technically, I got all these games for free. My work paid for it. So either way, it's a deal for me. But let's see what Star Fox Adventures is going for. So loose is 21.50 and CIB is 30 according to price charting. So according to price charting, if I had paid for that item, I would have paid more. However, I got it for free. So I think for free, it's an amazing deal. It looks like that seal is done though. However, I do see that buy two get one free quite often. So Luca Games doesn't even have the actual game itself on here. They have the strategy guide. But either way, because I got it for free, I think that's an amazing deal. As long as it works, I am going to go check that right now, right after this video. So in conclusion, I think that if you're somebody you're really looking for a lot of these games that you're not too concerned about getting it complete in box, but you're really looking to get it to play it, this is an amazing no-brainer. GameStop, I think, especially when they have their buy two get one free, it's an absolute no-brainer. If you're somebody who's very particular about how your games are, going to look, if they're going to be complete in box, if they're going to be even semi-complete in box, then, this is more of a risk. You may be better off doing eBay and better off paying a little bit more to get the conditions that you want. Whereas for me, yeah, it would have been nice for a lot of these to have at least the original box arts. But it's not the end of the world because these are games that I really want in my collection to play them, and not necessarily care too much about them looking very pretty on my shelf. However, if that is kind of the way that you are, and there's nothing wrong with that, you're taking a big risk going with GameStop. But I think overall, like I got some amazing games here at amazing prices. I mean, Mario Kart Double Dash, Simpsons Hit and Run, the Jurassic Park game, Half Life, complete in box. You know, I'm gonna say this is a win. You let me know in the comment section below whether you think this is a win or not, or if you think I got gypped by GameStop. I don't feel that personally. I think they did a good job for the pricing. There were a few games that I overpaid, but it wasn't by much. It was a couple dollars. So it's not like I ordered the game on Lucky Games and I paid 50% markup of what you can get on eBay with free shipping. So I think overall this is great, but this video has gone way too long. I do have a bonus package for you. So I do order a lot of games from Lucky Games. They are lower value games. But if you buy from them $25, you get free shipping. But the cool thing about them also is you get points that you can use towards games. So far, even spending the little amount of money that I've spent on Lucky Games, I've already got two games for free. And this one being a PS3 game, been on my wish list, and that is Assassin's Creed. And what's cool is when you use the points, you can pick whether you want the loose disc or the complete in box. So I got a complete in box. This is for Papa Bear Gaming. I finally got the original Assassin's Creed. He had made the recommendation that I play through and start with the first and go through. So I finally got the original Assassin's Creeds. I probably have all the other Assassin's Creeds because that's what I get in my mystery boxes. But this is just a bonus. It has nothing to do with GameStop, but I wanted to show it just because it was by itself. Anyways, thank you for watching. You let me know in the comment section below whether I got a good deal or not. And you let me know if you took advantage of the recent sales, or if you're looking right now. There are still a lot available on the GameStop website as far as retro gamings. And if you get the N64 titles, you're going to get a cartridge system, so you know what you're getting with that. And every N64 game I've ever bought through GameStop, they worked. So I've had no concerns, and I can fully recommend getting their cartridge-based games through there. Disc-based, you just never know what you're going to get. But anyways, make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, happy gaming, and God bless.